The bishop says he has support from the church, but many parishioners feel different. And as I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht tells us tonight, we are still waiting for the priests to break their silence.
Is the right thing to do to be silent and protect those predators because that's exactly what the bishop wants and that's exactly what the church wants? Or is the right thing to do is to stand up and do something about it?
Kevin Koshelniak is a survivor of sexual abuse by a priest. He knows not all priests are bad, but says the so-called good priests of the diocese must stand up to the bishop for his handling of sexual abuse.
Your credibility is zero. And every priest out there who doesn't say a word, your credibility is zero. You can't go out there every single week and talk about doing the right thing and then support this.
Bishop Malone made it clear at his Wednesday news conference that no matter how many people call for his resignation, it's the opinion of his clergy that matters the most.
If I felt like a majority of my clergy felt I could no longer properly lead the diocese with them, because a bishop does not lead by himself, or he's a poor leader, then I'd have to rethink my commitment. I think the ones who would like to see me move on are truly the minority.
But that's not what one priest told me earlier this week. He says most priests who he speaks with want the bishop to resign immediately, but he wouldn't tell his story publicly or let me even use his name for fear of retribution by the bishop.
They won't go public, not with that leverage. We deserve to know that the pastors of our parishes are standing behind the words of this bishop who's proven to be a liar.
Deacon Paul Snyder says the 7 Eyewitness News I-Team's broadcasting of the Malone recordings clearly shows Malone's handling of sexual misconduct as recently as a month ago is negligent.
Now, there's no longer an excuse that we don't know. We know, and we know in the bishop's own words, what he considers acceptable conduct.
It's why both Snyder and Koshelniak are aiming their message at parishioners, who are ultimately the ones who fund the Catholic Church.
If this is your faith and if you believe in it, then you need to take a stand. You've been paying the salaries of the pedophile priests. You've been paying the salaries of the bishop. So if you knew it or not, you are tied to it.
We've already written letters. We've already asked for this bishop's resignation. I think now the question for every person is, what does your pastor stand for?
Snyder wants all parishioners to stand up and make their outrage known, and to push their pastors to do the same.
And I think we should hear from these pastors individually from each parish and to go on record, not in some group statement that Bishop Malone influences. This should be done parish to parish.
Now, there is one priest making noise out there, but we tried to get even the outspoken ones on the phone today, and one just got back to me and said he didn't know what he could add to the discussion.
Also, just so people understand how it works in the Catholic Church, bishops here in the U.S. do not report to, even though he's spoken to the Cardinal in New York City, they report directly to the Vatican, right?
That's right. Cardinal Dolan of New York City is above him, but he's not technically his superior in a sense. It really just goes, bishops and cardinals go right to Rome, and you have to get the attention of Rome to get any sort of action.
And it's been reported that the Vatican is aware of the situation here. Someone posted just last week a story that was in the newspaper in Rome.
That's right. And just a few minutes ago, ABC, our network, posted a story saying, with the headline, "What are they waiting for?" saying that Rome really needs to pay attention to the Diocese of Buffalo.
All right, Charlie, thanks for that update tonight. Now, our coverage on this developing story continues right now online. We have a special section. It's called the Malone Recordings. It's at the very top of our website at WKBW.com.